Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We're getting ready for a new season, which means it's totally time to update your look for fall. Tonight we've got celeb hairstylist Glen Coco to help us out. Hey, Glen.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we always love talking about, when the seasons change, how we should change up our look, and hair care is one of the most important topics, really. People see your hair right when they see your face. So what are some top hair care trends for this fall?
Well, I think moving into colder months, people are definitely wearing their hair down way more frequently. They're just trying to keep your neck warm, So I think having something that's a nice, full, bouncy blowout just is so versatile. And I think coming out of these summer months where it's been, sun damaged and heat damaged, it's really important to really moisturize your ends and making sure the hair is as healthy as possible so that you're getting the outcome you really want.
So when we're talking about moisturizing your ends, are you talking about like when you're conditioning your hair to pay more attention to them, or after your hair is dry? Talk us through that.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's so many different ways to do it. Augustina Spotter has created such amazing solutions. There's a hair oil in case you want to do it after your blow dry and just nourish those split ends. There's also a leave-in treatment that you can put on right after the shower, and it's a heat protectant and just adds moisture right before you blow dry so that it's nice and bouncy. I also like to sleep with conditioner in my hair just to make sure it's ready for the next day. So I like to use the regular conditioner in the Augustina Spotter line and really sleep in it, and it acts as kind of like a deep conditioning mask in a sense.
So you sleep in the conditioner and then do you wake up and wash it out?
Yeah, I just rinse it out in the morning, and then I typically don't even wash it out. I like to just rinse it out and start my day.
That's a fun idea. We could definitely try this fall. I think so many people don't really think about the head of their hair and the, bottom of their hair, the ends, to be different. We all just gotta take a shower, gotta wash my hair, gotta get through this, but we really should be paying attention to things, shouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the things that's most neglected is really the scalp, which is kind of treated completely differently than the ends of your hair. One of the things that I like to take are supplements. I think a lot of the times you're not getting exactly the nutrition that you need out of your food. I'm a meal skipper. I tend to work early mornings and I don't eat breakfast. So for me, I'm looking for something that's going to nourish my body and make sure that my hair grows in its optimal way. So Augustina Spotter has created an amazing solution to that. And I love them because you can take them on an empty stomach. So for a meal skipper like me, that's always what I'm looking for. And they also created a scalp treatment, which is a little dropper tool that you put right onto your scalp after you've washed your hair. And it's amazing because it's gonna, fill your scalp with nutrients. It's also going to help strengthen your hair. And I know for me, when I see shedding in the shower, it drives me insane. And this product is great because it strengthens your hair and prevents any type of shedding, which is always what I'm looking for.
That's great, because when you have all this hair in the shower, first of all, you're like, oh my gosh, is there any left in my head? And then also you have to clean it. No one wants to do that either.
I know. And it causes that anxiety and stress, which is another contributor to hair loss. So by having that little extra insurance, it's one less thing to worry about and one less stressor to have, and it's such a comforting feeling.
I love that. So that, of course, is definitely one of the reasons why it's so important to invest in premium hair care. Do you have any other reasons you want to share with us tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm always telling my celebrity clients, hair is the one thing you wear every single day. So it's important to invest in it just as you would care for anything else that, you care about, whether it's wellness or your health. Hair is sort of an extension of that. So I think knowing what you're putting on your hair and making sure that it's, number one, it's working and it's worth it.
So where do you think we should start when we're looking for, these great items to use for our hair? How do we know what's good and what's not?
Yeah. Well, it's important to really assess your hair needs, look at your hair after you've styled it and see, do I have split ends? Is it looking dry? Is my scalp look flaky? And I think by assessing your needs, you can kind of tailor what you end up purchasing to fit those needs. Augustina Spotter has really created a range to tackle every single hair need, and they have an amazing source, augustinaspotter.com. And there you can see the list of ingredients, the list of products. And I think moving towards the future, people are looking for cleaner ingredients. They want to know what they're putting on their head. And so using that as a resource is so great because you know exactly what you're getting.
I think that's awesome, and you're so right about now being the perfect time because it's gonna get a little less hot and humid, and we can kind of pay attention to what's going on in our hair instead of just throwing it up in a bun because we can't handle it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's important all the time, but definitely in the drier months.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Glenn.
Of course, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
For sure. We'll be right back with a new Let's Try It to help us celebrate Be Lazy Week here on Good Day Stateline.